Meanwhile, back in October.
I can't get you out of my mind. It's like I feel it for the first time. Been thinking about you all night. I've been searching for this all my life.
Good morning, Rome. We are up in these streets. It is 7:38 and we finally got baby out of the bed. Yay. He's all packed up and ready to go. And so now we are going to go and visit the Trevi fountain in hopes that there's water in the fountain this time. And then we're going to come back and we're going to call either an Uber or a free cab, which isn't free. Don't let that name
59
confuse
degrees
you.
out here.
Yeah, so we're going to call either Uber or free cab to get us to the airport. It should cost somewhere around €50, so we'll see. Alright, y'all, see y'all at the fountain. In the meantime, look at how quiet and peaceful. I'm making all this noise, but look at how quiet and peaceful it is. When you think about all the people who are in Rome, the tourists, the residents, the fellow Italians visiting for the day or the weekend or the week, it's just absolutely beautiful to see that the street still gets some time to breathe before the rabble gets back up and starts marching down them again in high heels and sandals and sneakers and flat boots, all of it. Europe is a pretty late to rise continent because they're people who are usually late to go to bed. Dinner is typically 9 p.m., 10 p.m.
Most restaurants open like at 7:30.
Yeah, they don't even open till like 7:30. And then Jay is always Jay is always fascinated by all the kids who be up late at night running around. And he keeps saying, "Don't y'all have school in the morning?" So it's quite funny. You want one? Okay. We're going to take some pictures since
the stones.
it's very easy to get some alone. So, do you guys think there's going to be water in the fountain? Nope. Jay says no. Look, the sign, Fontana di Trevi. So we know we come down this aisle. And remember, during the day, when the city is awake and ready to receive its people, all of these gates will be up and commerce will be taking place. The cars and vans and even the buses are typically small, and you can see why. They have to get down these alleys, usually teeming with people. I think one of the things that we notice is it's not a lot of honking, right? When you think about the number of people and the number of cars. Watch your step. Yeah, like you would. But even in these alleys, like with all the people who are just walking, not really paying attention.
Right.
You would think that cars would be like, get out the way, but they don't. They be like, eventually you'll hear me.
But in Rome, there's no ants and no cockroaches.
Lord, he is still on that.
Conspiracy right there. Wow.
There are no ants
Wow.
or cockroaches on the streets, even though the streets are not the cleanest. So if you come here, be prepared for that. You're going to see the trash. You're going to see the things. But it doesn't smell that bad. But then again, we're not here during the middle of summer. During the heat of summer. Go on this side. The other thing you have to get used to is smoking. Cigarette smoke. It's very legal.
Me and my baby.
He told me some. We smoked a pack between me and him, just breathing. Because
It's not that bad.
smoking, well, if you're not used to smoking and smoke smells, it can be. Because people will just smoke even while walking. And yeah, you can be the church. Is it this way, babe? This is how we got lost yesterday, or off course, because he started doing things. Next thing you know, we 20 blocks down the wrong street. So, if you're not used to smoking, even when you're at a restaurant, there's no non-smoking session. So, yeah. You hear him, I think we went the wrong way.
Yeah, we'll go back on track.
Yeah, so there's no non-smoking section anywhere. So you can be at your table, minding your good business. And next thing you know, the table next to you is deep in the throes of huffing and puffing and blowing it out. Again, the water just flows out of these fountains. And those are for you to fill up your water bottles and such. But it just makes me think, like, where does that water go? Like, is it recycled? Is it filtered? Like what's the cycle of water? Yeah, because that water just flows all day, all night. That spigot is on all day and all night. So you know that water can't just be going to waste. I don't know if I told you guys, but Jay lost his ATM card. And I'm going to tell you, when Jay visits places, he don't like just collecting magnets for himself. He also likes leaving a little something behind of his own. I'm forever checking behind him like, babe, did you get this? Do you get that? But guess what? Booze. I allowed him to go to the ATM by himself. And he came back. ATM card. And somewhere in, Czechoslovakia? Yeah. Czechoslovakia, Italy. So, and then he gonna have the nerve to try to have a down day yesterday. Because he discovered his ATM card was gone. I'm like, dude, listen.
We got like 4 more cards with us.
Yeah, and it's like, well, we don't need to pull money. Clearly, if it's not something that takes credit card, we're not doing it. And we good. We're getting ready to go to Stockholm and Copenhagen. They don't do euro anyway. In Sweden, we got like about 20 euro. right now, and some change. So maybe about 30 something euro. We have time to grab something. So, Sweden is a cashless society, so they really encourage using credit cards and such. So there's that. And we're only in those two places for 24 hours apiece.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. We have time to sleep.
Oh, well, we're making it do what it do.
It's not for 2 days.
Yeah, it don't matter. Because my goal is I want to try to see/visit as many countries as possible by my 50th birthday. No. By my 50th birthday, here you go. If you want gelato early in the morning, they got you. They got you, boo. Look, is it fresh? Let's look at it. Oh, these are pastries. Oh, look at the gelato. Yeah. Well, now it's pretty interesting because I've always heard that gelato was made fresh every morning, but I know goodness well, all them dips that were gone, they were not purchased this morning. Like, who is up this morning buying ice cream? Look at the McDonald's, guys. So there's always McDonald's, okay? There's always McDonald's.
What kind of Happy Meal you have? Oh, look.
Ain't nobody got time.
Look.
So, I have a goal, 100 countries by my 50th birthday, and I'm 46 now, so that means 4 more years. I have about 50 more countries that I need to visit. I don't know how I'm going to make all of that possible, simply because I'm not willing to, like, burn myself out doing it, or I'm not willing to just, go on sabbatical just to do it.
50, less than 50 more, I think that it's kind of easy if you take some food.
Baby, that's 15 countries a year. Who goes to 15 countries a year with a job? And the fact that we're still going on vacations to places where we've been before. You know what I mean?
You only have 12 months.
Yeah. Yeah. So unless I was super intentional, like I'm gonna, we're gonna take this cruise. We hear the water and we see a bunch of people. We was thinking that if we get out here this early, that it would be pretty empty. All these cafes. Our host at our hotel, she recommended that we book a taxi yesterday for today, but we didn't do that because the prices looked high to us. So we said we're going to do it this morning. Y'all, look at all these people out here already. Babe, we got to go down there to go down the steps to get to the closer band. Look. Excuse me. Look at the fountain. Baby, so the water is here, guys. Oh. Look how close we get. So this is just really gorgeous. Guys, I learned how to read Roman numerals while I was here. So the M is 1,000, the D is 500, the C is 100, the X's are tens, and the V is a 5. So this means this is saying it is 1735. I'm going to check my math, y'all. Google 1735 is what I believe that year says. Y'all, we just seen my Bessie and a Tessie. When we got here, somebody was commenting or making mention that they haven't seen any Teslas around. So now we've seen two in Italy. I mean, in Italy. In Italy, we've seen one in Sicily. Yeah, and now we've seen one in Rome.
And the one in Sicily was a S model. This one.
Yeah, Model S. Yep, a Model 3. Is that my Bessie in a Tessie? So now we're leaving Trevi Fountain and we're on our way back. Baby, are we supposed to be turning here?
Yeah, this was.
I give him the map.
Give it to me in the middle of the block.
Down there. Remember I told you when I be looking at the map, I keep looking at it. No, we. Look at how these cars be having to do when they're bigger. And I imagine people, because normally this thing is teeming with people and they still be doing it. If I was driving, I'd be like, yo, y'all, I couldn't make it. I couldn't get to the location. There's too many people. But they be doing it. All right, so we're back at the Pantheon. And y'all remember the Pantheon means Pan is all and Theon is God. So it was a temple to all gods. However, different historical documents will say something like they don't know if this was ever used as a temple to all the gods. And some even say it's because the gods were selfish, like they didn't want to share a temple together. I mean, I don't know how anybody knows, you know. And so a lot of times they had their own individual temples, and the only time you'll see gods together is if they were kind of like they went together, like Isis and Osiris and that whole thing. But who knows? But what we do know is Pan means all, and Theon means gods, boobs. And remember, that was built by Agrippa, who was a general. And he went to war, and he was battling Germany. And then he won the war, he won the battle in Germany. And he came back and he just built stuff. So there's like, when he wasn't fighting, he used to just like to come back, like to build things. And what I find so cool about that in our life lessons is we're always told to focus on a discipline, to focus on something, one thing, and become really good at that. And that being a jack of all trades is not always the disciplined route to go or the best route to go. But honestly, back in the day and during the Renaissance, they were jacks, masters of all the trades. They didn't just limit themselves to one thing. They followed their curiosity and they allowed life to inspire them. And wherever they were inspired to go, see, or do, that's what they did. Whew. And that's what me and Jay are taking back from this. Right, boo? So you see they have a lot of Lime bikes and they have scooters. As I was saying, before my memory card filled up, Bernini became the toast of the town, and he was commissioned. He was commissioned to do a lot of the work. Now, we're back at Nirvana Square, which is actually on the other side of the building where we're staying. Oh, I got the key.
Yeah, we got a coffee spot right next door.
Yep.
I don't feel like the airport coffee's gonna be the same.
All right, hold on. Okay, so right on the other side of this wall is the Piazza Navona. And our hostess was saying next time we should request a room with a view. Yeah, I didn't even know they had views. So that's why that wasn't requested. Because if I did, we would have had one. The reviews, I need to do a better review here because I read all the reviews. They weren't all that great. And when I say that great, I don't mean because of the quality of the hotel. I mean as far as tips and tricks go.
I can't get you out of my mind. It's like I feel it for the first time. Been thinking about you all night. I've been searching for this all my life. You're just my type. I've been